Kabloop. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another Saturday! Which means, hello, Brudalite, which means it's time to get back to solving old-timey crimes. Old-timey crimies with a limey. I have missed this game quite a bit because my internet was fucking dead, and I've been looking forward to getting back to solving murders that I also solve, apparently. Or, solving murders that I also cause. Committing old-timey crime. You know, I wish they would make a GTA set in the fucking... Like, they got Red Dead Redemption. Why can't they just, like, make, like, Red Dead 3? Red Dead Redemption 3 and set it in, like, 1930, you know? Alright, so we were... So what the fuck were we doing? We're coming to this house with our Atari car. To do what? What were we doing? Case objectives. Investigate Celine Henry's house. Okay. Oh, yeah, the lady with the big ass ring. Lady with the big ass ring. I had to come to her house and beat up her husband a bit.
I'll try the back door. Wait here a second.
Yes, Rusty quite enjoys the back door. I'm not... Fuck me. He's an alcoholic, not a sodomite. Which is a crime in this time. Did you know that anal sex is a crime in the 1940s? Oh, shit, that's... Ooh! Ooh! Rusty, you might want to call it out a little bit there, fam! Like, don't just go in alone, Cole might pop you.
Side window's been jimmied. Looks like somebody's creeped the joint.
Oh my god, I love this. Oh, look at those guys with this low frame rate in the background. Oh no, look at them. Look at them jitter along. Oh shit. Someone has jimmied the joint. Creeped the joints. Oh boy. Don't you love this old-timey slang? Is this a legit thing? Size 9 shoes.
Above average for a lady.
Aha! That of course means that she is a murderer, as my degree in phrenology would dictate. I think it was anal sex in general, but it was only ever prosecuted against the gays. And even then, culturally, they, like, straight couples wouldn't have done it because it's the thing that the gays do, you know? So it was literally a law that existed, because they couldn't outlaw being gay, so they outlawed anal sex. It's like how they couldn't make being black illegal, so they made smoking weed illegal. And hey, explosion! God damn it, and sex with minors is like, freaks me the fuck out, dude. That's gross. Like, it's fucking gross. Like, that's like the biggest thing that'll make me go like, ooh.
I think I'm gonna climb through a broken window in a $30 suit. You got another thing coming, Buster.
Yep, back when $30 got you a lot. That was a note. If you sober up, you can find me at the apartment 2.
Celine and Jacob
Okay.
obviously having problems. It speaks to motive.
Alright, so it looks like the husband may have done some murders.
Jacob could give us something to go on. One of my exes drank like this, you'd be feeling the back of my hand.
Jesus fuck!
Technical services out.
Yep, just casual domestic violence.
Don't take all day about it, Phelps. I get nasty when I'm thirsty.
Just, yeah, if my wife was an alcoholic, she'd just get one of these. Bam, bam.
Galloway, homicide, badge number 564. Requesting technical services for
Just
suspected 459,
fuck me.
142 North Union.
Oh, a little key. What's this? It's a key to something, Cole. Like, maybe we'll find, like, a safe or something. Fuck. Oh. Hey, newspaper! Family burnt to death. Cops say fire deaths are suspicious. Jesus Christ. Well, Jamaicans are black, Brutalite.
You said I had to go
Like-
back, Doctor.
Like, native Jamaicans are black.
As are cathartic. They allow you
But-
to confront your past.
You said the house would be empty.
Are you taking the medication I have?
Oh, did I forget to change the
You
title?
said the house would be empty.
Did I forget to change the
I
title?
heard them
I
scream.
may have done.
Circumstances.
Hang on, I'll change it. I'll change it in a sec. Hold up.
Colleagues had made all the necessary
You
arrangements.
said the house would be empty.
Oh yeah.
You're killing me.
Hey,
The deaths were unfortunate,
Am I too loud?
but you
No, you're
have
fine.
dealt with death before.
Oh yeah. I'm carring right now.
You said the
Okay.
house would be empty. How can I find
so
peace?
apparently the doctor that's been giving everyone heroin overdoses has been telling a pyromaniac to burn down houses.
What a god.
1940s medicine, dude. Fucking does the soul wonders. My patient appears to be suffering from acute pyromania. I have prescribed him 7 doses of fires. Yeah, I did forget to change the thing. There, I've changed the thing. You guys fucking happy? God damn.
I'm never happy.
You're never. Now, of course, you're never happy. You work at a Chinese place. Like do you have the Chinese place where they fucking murder the duck in the kitchen? Like they just have like a fucking bag of ducks.
Yeah. That sounds like the usual.
Jesus, that's still really weird to me.
Don't think this is anything.
We just got a big bag of ducks in the back. Grab one and cut his head off.
Anyway, what do you think? I bought a new Bluetooth.
It's still a little bit fuzzy, but it's alright.
I mean, I didn't buy it for Bluetooth. I bought headphones, and I bought wireless headphones. I just have it.
Yeah, they just happen to have Bluetooth on it.
Well, they happen to have like the inline microphone. Though,
Yeah.
So,
The rest of the stuff is junk. Might explain the missing ring.
I just had the money, so I was like, why not buy
Regular
super
Yeah.
expensive headphones?
The ring looks distinctive.
Oh shit! If the gate manager's still here, then I'm gonna have a
Oh no. Looks like you better go deliver that Chinese, Jew boy.
Hi, I'm going to Pima. Delivering some Chinese.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm delivering some Chinese.
Oh man.
He was such an angry face.
He's a gate manager, what do you expect? That's like prescribing an orgy to a nymphomaniac. Yeah! That's... Explosion, refresh the page, I updated it. I forgot to hit the update button.
Did someone say explosion?
That's his name. Bakuretsu, yeah. Oh, please stop. What the
explosion?
What the fuck am I missing here? There's a clue here that I'm missing because the fucking investigation music has not gone away.
It said you were playing Overwatch.
I'm not. I did the update button didn't work, so if you refresh the page, it does it.
I see. You're playing the LA Noire.
Yeah, doing old-timey crimes.
Interesting. Oh yeah.
Alright.
I'm just happy with the headphones.
Yeah.
I wanted to share.
I mean, they work your sound better than you normally do when you're talking through your tin can.
Love the mic. Screw with everyone.
Please don't.
I already did.
Oh. I didn't notice.
Anyway,
Uh.
I'm out.
Alright, let him in.
Like the wind.
Like, where... Okay, has anyone... Like, Mad, you played this game, right? What am I fucking missing? What am I fucking missing? There has to be something here that I just haven't seen. And it's really fucking with me, because I'm seeing things that should be clues, that aren't, and things that are clues that shouldn't be. Like, that key looks really fucking suspicious. But it's nothing. Because the investigation music's still going. Normally, like, isn't it supposed to go away? That's something that I read online, is if this, like, investigation music goes away, I found everything. And the fact that it's still going means that I've missed something. I don't know, man. Like, is there something outside? This whole thing's a crime scene, right? I mean, the music hasn't gone away. Where'd Rusty go, anyway? Just take a walk around the edge. What about this shed? Nope. That is not even a shed. That is a small square. There's nothing outside. I mean, I guess that's everything. Where the fuck is Rusty? Canvass the neighbors. Okay. So I guess I gotta talk to the neighbors then, but... maybe that's why the music hasn't gone away, 'cause I haven't spoken to the neighbors? Hello, madam, do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, the gun? Follow the outside wall. Open the door, fucker! Ugh. Follow the outside wall, okay. I'll do that. Jesus. Okay, I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing anything. What? Oh, there's a lady over there. Alright, I guess let's have a talk to this lady and see what she has to say. Excuse me, madam! Excuse me.
LAPD. Are you acquainted with Celine Henry, Miss?
Horgan. Jennifer Horgan.
Ah, yes!
I've known Celine for more than 10 years. Our children grew up together.
You look like a dude. What the fuck is wrong with, like, her neck melds into her chin. She's got, like, her chin is so weak, it makes Leafy's chin look like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger's.
I think Jacob may have given her a black eye. He stormed out and she went back inside.
Did he come back?
No. Celine was listening to music and shouting until she left around 10 p.m. She was very drunk to have been driving. But she is not the sort of person you can stop from doing something when her dander is up.
Was drinking and driving illegal at this time?
Is Celine all right?
I'm afraid Mrs. Henry has been murdered.
Murdered? Oh my god.
Yep, lead, radium, and arsenic. That's a wonderful fucking combination. Alright. Okay, so nothing's happening with them, I guess. So apparently Jacob beat the shit out of her at one point. That other neighbor won't talk to me. What about this person? Nope, no gold doorknob. Cole's allergic to brass doorknobs. Has to be a...
Let's see what Jacob has to say for himself.
I don't think Jacob is our man, but we should see what he has to say.
All right, and it did cross off the this place as a destination. So I guess that means we're done here.
Had a violent argument with his wife last night. It's looking more and more likely.
With my money, if Rod keeps the house looking like that, so probably deserves it.
Jesus, fuck, Rusty.
Keep the hacks off their back. Calm down.
Jesus Christ, Rusty. Just because she's an alcoholic doesn't mean you can fucking punch her. Hey, Kubi, what's up, my dude?
I always said work the evidence. evidence. I only
Oh fuck!
stipulated
Okay.
killer as an avenue of investigation we should leave open. And as far as I'm concerned, it still is.
Cole has got such a stick up his ass. So we have like we just have an unrepentant wife beater, and a guy with a stick up his ass so big you could fucking, I don't know where this analogy's going. He's got a stick up his ass so big he can do something you would need a very large stick to do something with it. That's where I'm going with that. Oh, look at this fucking thing. Like real Spanish up in this bitch.
Going hard. Follow my lead.
All right. Oh, we've already got our fucking guns out.
You Jacob Henry?
Just fired into the fucking air.
LAPD.
LAPD! Boom, 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 boom.
Murder? Celine?
Save the dramatics
Oh my
for
God.
RKO, pal. You got bigger problems.
Hey, he just moved in. He still got his boxes.
What are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr. Henry.
she's-
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Thank you, Brutalite. That's what I wanted. LAPD, mister, get down! Get down! Get down! Officer down! He's resisting! That's what I expected that to happen. The alcoholism illness.
Circumstantial.
No, oh, come on, Cole. Just, you can't even, like, jot that down.
Wait till you try the gas chamber.
Oh, and they just threatening with the fucking gas chamber. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, Rusty. Oh, notepad.
He'll be back anyway. Just sit tight.
Wow, okay, so we got this shit. God. The fact that this doesn't even work that well. This is working too well to be real. This is not a real thing you can do unless you're like fucking stabbing the paper. Next to the offer, I need you to do something about my wife.
The oldest problem there is. What to do about the old lady.
Okay, that's pretty fucking... That's pretty incriminating there, my dude. Jesus. Like, throw out the notepad or tear out the thing first. Size 11s. Come on. Cole, you can see it. Okay, why? There you go. There you go. There you go.
Size 11s.
What was the size of shoe we had at the thing? Yeah, that's going a little too far now. Size 8s. So okay, so he can't be the one who killed her, but he still may have hired an assassin. He may have hired an assassin to do the deed. Everything is permitted, nothing is forbidden. Okay, nothing here. So the guy we're looking for has got a size 8 foot, but there's enough evidence here to say that he probably hired someone to do her in. Alright, there's nothing else here, so hey. What's up, motherfucker? Where are you
You
at?
could have killed Celine. Where did she go last night, Jacob?
A bar, I suppose.
She really liked to drink.
Look, I don't know.
Dude, my feet are fucking, like, my shoes are fucking, like, size... My shoes are size 12, for fuck's sake, dude. Okay, so she probably went to a bar. Yeah, I believe you.
We know that she drinks.
Oh, for fuck's...
Have regular haunts, places they feel.
What the Ah! How, why would that have been a lie? He would have no...
Not many alcoholics do. Not real friends, anyway.
I hate this system. I hate this system so fucking much.
When did you last see your wife?
I wish I could just hit the button to just fucking boom.
Night. I went to see her. We talked.
But he didn't look like he was lying. He's look.
I left.
Fine. Fuck it. Doubt then.
And how are we meant to believe that?
That nosy bitch from next.
Fucking. He had the exact same fucking face. Deus Ex Human Revolution has the fucking perfect system for this. This one, it's like, oh, look at their faces and judge by these absolutely minuscule facial expressions that we didn't even capture properly because we didn't capture micro expressions. We only captured macro expressions, whether they're lying or not. When to determine if someone's lying, you need micro expressions. Because, hey, guess what? When you lie, it's not you going like, it's mild dilation of the pupils. It's tightening of the throat. It's sweat, which this system is not capable of doing.
What the hell are you talking about? You come in here, you tell me that Celine is...
Take a seat, Mr.
that
Henry.
she's...
We're gonna have a look around, then we'll talk.
Jesus, I'm sorry.
Fucking, that first one should have been a truth because what he was saying wasn't even a lie. It was just like fucking, like he's like, I don't know, fucking maybe she was at a bar, but we know she was at a bar. Like, we explicitly know that she was at a fucking bar. Like, that was her last known location of existing.
The oldest problem there is what to do about the old lady.
Like, that's not even a lie, he's telling the truth, but even if he doesn't know, she was at the fucking bar.
Size 11s.
I am so fucking annoyed. Thankfully, there's not that much evidence to gather. He did. He wrote the note on the fridge.
So who could have killed Celine? Where did she go last night?
This is Jacob. He's the note dude.
Bar, I
He's the
suppose.
note boy.
Look, I don't know.
We get the impression that...
Yeah!
How did she end up with a hump like you, Jacob?
She was at the bar, though!
Celine was one of the first woman pilots.
She was at the bar!
Hung out with movie stars and royalty. But when she came back here broke and struggling, she married a mechanic. Put a roof over her head, food on the table. Not glamorous, but the best I could do. I'm not ashamed about that.
Okay, last contact.
When did you last see your wife, Mr. Henry?
Last night, I went to see her. We talked. Things got a little out of hand. I left.
Okay. What about this one? So he went to see her, then he left.
That's a lie, and you know it. You tailed her, watched her come out of a bar, and then beat her to death. Admit it.
We don't have proof of that. Why would you make such a baseless
Why
accusation?
did I do that, detective?
God fucking... Writing on body, blunt force, missing jewelry, license plate. Side window of residence. Maybe marital problems? Wait, wouldn't it be like the black eye, or...
My wife was a
I hate this game so fucking much!
with her. doesn't mean...
How do you fuck a system like this up so much?
Would you stop loving your wife if she was unwell?
No, I wouldn't.
This fucking game.
Why did you kill her, Jacob? Things will go better if you come clean about it.
That's a lousy thing to say. I never gave up on my wife.
Well, I mean, the game is doing nothing but fuck me right now. The game is doing nothing but fuck me. Ask the ask! Okay, it's a lie, right? But what is the lie? What is the thing?
I think you didn't have the guts to do it yourself, so you had...
Oh, and this would be the death threat note.
You want to back that up with something, Big Mouth? Huh?
This is the death threat note.
The note by the phone suggests you meant her harm.
You want the truth? Truth is, I was sick to death of her. I was
This
trying to have her committed.
fucking game, dude, like... Why is this fucking lying system so goddamn awful? Thank you for the bit. Straight up, David Cage probably does this shit fucking better.
So you can prove that you came back here...
Seriously, it's like truth, lie, and doubt don't mean what normal people think they mean.
Start work at 6:30.
I'm so fucking annoyed. He's not the going out type. He's not the going out type. Is he? I see no reason to... I mean, he's flicking his eyes, so maybe that's a doubt. Hi, Sichan! Hi, Netero! Fucking gun in my mouth.
So you were here.
Fuck!
Someone was out there beating your wife's brains out.
What was that then? What was that supposed to be?
Talk to the bartender at the Bomba Club. He'll tell you he called here last night, and I answered the phone.
We're still gonna need you to come downtown, Mr. Henry.
We can get this all down on paper, Jacob. How you got fed up with your wife and how you figured killing her would bury all your...
How? Oh, and the game fucking tabbed itself out again. What was that supposed to be?
It was a lush and a tramp, and you just couldn't stand
Shut your goddamn mouth.
So now you're gonna tell me you loved her? Ah, the DA goes all gooey over remorse.
Like, at least Rusty's fucking... Alright, motherfucker, yeah! Let's solve some fucking problems, shall we? Oi! There, let's solve some fucking problems, shall we? At least you get to go to jail anyway for wasting my time and fucking assault of an officer.
And check for messages. I'll keep old Slugger here company.
Can I shoot him in the knees?
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps,
I'm so fucking frustrated. This game's system doesn't fucking work. Because apparently, the system was designed to work a different way, with truth, lie, and doubt being added in later into development. Originally, they were something else.
You have a message from the coroner. Do you wish to be put through?
Yes, ma'am.
Carruthers,
It's Phelps.
I've completed the autopsy. Several wounds to the head from a blunt...
I will admit I've had a pretty shitty day so far. I will admit that too.
Was the blunt...
No, the blows to the head surprised
So, I mean, so like, the game fucking me isn't helping.
hemorrhage and shock from the fractured ribs and multiple injuries caused by the stomping.
Anything else?
He's some kind of sex fiend. The tissues of the anus were bruised about 1/8 of an inch, but no trace of semen in the anus, vagina, or stomach.
Thanks, Doc. Operator, give me R&I.
So this guy is he's a raper, but he don't do the jisms. All right then.
Yes, detective. The plate belongs to a brown 1936 Pontiac. Registered owner is one Alonzo Mendez.
Oh, hey, we can pin the murder on this guy.
Apartment 16.
Thanks. Any other messages?
One, Detective. From Captain Donnelly. He wants any and all suspects
Can't
returned to
you
Central.
really just...
Interviews to be set up immediately.
Fuck it, you know what?
We're coming in.
You know what? If I arrest / kill enough people, eventually I'll just fire enough bullets into a crowd and you'll hit someone who's guilty. That's the Chicago way. Hey, Rusty, don't get in that shitty car. Don't get in that shitty car. We got this Atari 2600 to drive.
Don't sound like a man I'd let my daughter in.
Why? Because he's Mexican? Like, is that what you're saying, Rusty? You being a racist now? Oh! You wanna fucking go? You wanna fucking go? You wanna fucking go? I'm having a bad day, dude. Don't fucking start nothing. Fucking. Midterms are starting up, and I'm in, like, liberal arts classes, which are run by fucking unintellectual, anti-science moron hippies. And my sister's here, because she's finished her midterms, and she's extremely fun to hang around. It's just... And then this game's happening, so I'm sorry if I seem like I'm on edge. Oh, and then my PlayStation 3 fucking exploded, so I mean so I had to buy a new one. So that's $100. It's $100 down the fucking drain, and then I've got to play through all of MGS3 again once that gets here in a week. I've been having a rough couple days. I'm gonna be honest. So I'm sorry, I don't mean to take it out on the stream. It's like... Okay, he's in number 16.
Mendez, apartment 16.
I mean, here's the thing. I'm a STEM major, and I fucking hate liberal arts, and I especially hate liberal arts that focus on aspects of culture that are extremely anti-science and anti-reason, especially once the Enlightenment has happened. Like, my professor has such a fucking hard-on, like this giant fucking erection for the Romantic movement, and I hate the Romantic movement because they are all drug-addicted, sex-crazed maniacs who were all who by a rule were sociopaths, and were so vehemently anti-science because they were under the misguided belief that discovering what causes the world to work makes the world less exciting. Like, how fucking stupid is that shit?
Don't bother knocking, just kick the door in.
The tech priests said it was a lost cause. That's really how it goes. Like I would have had to replace the motherboard, and at that point, it's just cheaper to buy a new one. If anyone knows how to take save games off of a PS3 hard drive without being able to turn it on, let me know.
Nope.
I would very much like to not have to play through MGS3 all over again.
Doesn't look like anything.
Hey, there you go. There you go, C-Chan. Chinese New Year. Fucking ancient Chinese secret. Got a bunch of muns. Oh. Matchbook.
Doesn't appear to be connected.
I can't see what bar it is, so it's unfortunate. Any goodies? Oh, that's a 1911.
Probably.
Let me look down the barrel here for a second. Maybe he left something in it. Yes, quite. Yes, indeed. Interesting. There's a bullet in there. Maybe if I pulled... Oh, fuck. Alright, that'll do.
Brothers could match the color and brand of the body.
And it's also mush to fuck, so yeah, no, that'd probably do it.
Consistent with Celine's injuries, and the blood can be typed.
I got like over $1,000 if I go 300. Oh, that's unfortunate. Damn.
Better get Pinker down here.
That's man. I mean, to be fair though, like that kind of shit. That's just kind of luck of the draw, isn't it? You know.
LAPD, you're under arrest.
Do not lose that son of a bitch.
Well,
Go get our wheels.
nope. Where'd our friend go? There he is. I mean, my issue with the Romantics is that everything they did was done by the Transcendentalists, and as much as I dislike the Transcendentalists for different reasons, at the very least the Transcendentalists tried to be... At the very least the Transcendentalists weren't anti-science. They believed they could weave science into their understanding of spirituality and the world, right? The fucking, Romantics, they're like, oh man, science? Fuck that shit. Science is evil. And that's why Frankenstein exists. No, fuck that! Damn it! Damn it, Rusty! Bites me in the ass after 18 years old. Oh, yeah, okay, well that's... Makes me glad I'm not Chinese. Oof.
Think these clowns are geniuses? Thank your stars you caught a break. Captain Donald will begin to like you.
But, I mean, and here's the thing also, Matty, Beethoven was a romantic, right? Beethoven was a romantic, and Beethoven never hated science, but the thing is, though, romantics that were okay with science... they're the exception, not the rule. Like, Lord Byron hated science, Mary Shelley hated science, Shelley's husband hated science, and also he enjoyed getting cucked, which is hilarious, because Shelley had sex with men other than him all the time, which was hilarious. Like, every single one of them they just did not like science. We want to take him alive.
Get in and drive.
Why can't Phelps shoot out the fucking door, you know? Out the way, fuckers! Don't run towards me! You couldn't have grabbed the Atari 2600, could you? Could have destroyed that thing with superior graphics. Oh, shit! God damn it, Rusty, your car is awful. Yeah, but Beethoven is considered a romantic. That's the thing. Like, in the West, like over in the U.S., like Beethoven is considered a romantic. I know he was basically just a late stage Baroque, but over here they call him a romantic for some fucking reason. I don't know why. Oh Jesus Christ! Do a flip, my boy. No, you don't. Yeah, no, that fucking went well for you, didn't it?
Hands behind your head.
Okay, so even Beethoven never considered himself a romantic. All right, good to know. Good to know that was bullshit, because, like, learning about Beethoven, I'm like, this doesn't strike me as a romantic. This guy is way too actually intelligent. Like, Lord Byron was a fucking moron.
You did a grand job, lads.
You went and you beat up that small immigrant... You went and beat up that immigrant boy. He's got a few less bruises than I would have given, but by God, you did well.
Considering the evidence against your suspect and the thoroughness with which a report was compiled.
I thought so too, but I don't think they're allowed to show that. I don't think these cars go fast enough.
Brutality on a scale such as this deserves retribution. The people and the press.
This game is like old-timey GTA, except you're solving the crimes instead of causing them. Oh, and Cole doesn't get a drink. Cole's like, oh man, I'd like a drink. Oh, Captain? Captain, can I have? No? Okay. I'll just be over here calling it up. 3 out of 7 questions. Fuck me. The suspect's in the bag, even if you did leave Jacob sweating in a... Oh, I should have gone to Central first. Whoops. Whoops. Top of the morning to you laddies. Have you beaten up any minorities today? Oh, you haven't? Well, get out there and raise some lumps, boy. I'm not paying you not to beat up minorities, am I? Sprinkle some crack on him, Johnson. Excellent police work. Oh, hey, we're back here. We're back in the club with racist salmon sleeves, boy. Get out there and do some brutality, lads. The Miranda rights haven't been invented yet. Fucking Cole's just coming back here. He's like, there's something there that Cole likes. He's like, give me some of that. I'm actually like majority Irish, so it's like it's not even that much of a thing for me, you know. Get out there and get your shit fucked in, boy. You fucking cunt. Cunt. See, that's the thing with the Irish accent. You gotta like, you gotta get the proper pronunciation of cunt right. Otherwise, why even bother?
Galloway.
Exactly. Yeah.
Got it, Skipper.
Exactly. And yeah, stupid intelligent people don't become romantics.
What have we got?
Like, in that era, there were 2 types of people. There were the enlightened, which were the smart ones, and there were the romantics, who were stupid.
Trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence.
By God, laddie, this woman appears to have beat herself in the face 17 times with a tire iron and wrote, "Oh my God, I am the Black Dahlia killer. Please come and fucking catch me, you fucking pieces of shit." Well, Phelps, I don't know about you, but this looks like a clear case of suicide. Best just ship it off to the morgue and let it happen. It's a clear case of suicide. No, I am not even American born. I was born in Slough. I was born in Slough in the UK. My grandparents are Irish. My dad's people are Scottish, but he denies that. He denies it a whole bunch. Where am I going? I'm going this way. I don't even get my Atari. Alright. Let's find ourselves a car for this. Talbot. There are no cars? Oh! Alright.
You know the way. You can drive.
You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad.
I'm getting a new car, don't worry. It's gonna be every time we get a new case.
Don't go getting ahead of
Every time we get a new case, we're gonna be rolling out and we're gonna be grabbing a new car.
With a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps.
You know what? As much as I dislike Rusty's view of the world, I think he's a decent enough person. Like, you know, like he's stuck in the past within the past. So like we would look at him and be like, "Oh God, what is wrong with you?" But like for them, it's just like, "Oh, that's just crazy old Grandpa Rusty talking about killing the Japs and smacking around the Krauts." Like, but for us, it's like, damn, dude, can you stop beating women for like 5 seconds? Well, the thing is, though, my dad... Okay, so my dad, his dad grew up in, like, the fucking biggest... Like, right in the... Not grew up, but, like, okay. So my dad is poor, right? My dad's family is poor as fuck. But they weren't always poor as fuck. his dad owned and ran a very, very successful factory in Slough for, like... Fuck, I went the wrong way. For fucking decades. Before it got dicked on. And it got destroyed. And during this downturn, Margaret Thatcher was in power. And Margaret Thatcher, anytime... Like, basically, Margaret Thatcher's whole policy involved fucking over the Scottish. So if you were Scottish, you got fucked over by Margaret Thatcher. So my dad's dad, he went out of his way to deny being Scottish because he was actually a supporter of Thatcher. So that kind of rubbed off on my dad, and my dad was like, "Oh, the Scottish are all worthless and lazy assholes." Like, nah, fuck it. Like, I wouldn't be related to worthless, lazy assholes. Don't be silly. Don't be offensive. And he, even though, like, his family lineage, I can trace it back within 2 generations to living in Scotland, he denies being Scottish. Ooh, look at this fucking Batmobile. Look at this fucking Batmobile. Vroom, vroom. Alright, get in, Rusty. Look at this thing. But yeah, so I know I'm Scottish. I can trace it back to Scotland. But my dad refuses to acknowledge it, and he refuses to give me any assistance in determining how far back it goes and to who it connects to. So I just call it generic Scottish. Meanwhile, with my mother's side, she's descended from the last Irish High King, whose name I cannot pronounce and will not pronounce because it's in Gaelic and it's fucking hard. So I know exactly where I come from on that side. And there's a little bit of Germans thrown in there, and like a little bit of like actual Anglo-Saxon British in there, but it's mostly Scottish and Irish. Cole Phelps. Oh fuck! Where's the fucking caltrops on this thing? Oh Jesus!
Whoa there!
Oh, that man is dead. That man is dead. Oh Jesus! This thing takes its beatings really well. Holy Christ! This thing. Woof. This thing. I just like that man is dead. I don't know. I don't care what you say about it. That man is fucking destroyed. His hopes and dreams are splattered on the fucking pavement.
Hey, come on!
No, Anglo-Saxons are not Germans. Germans are Anglo-Saxon. Oh fuck! There's a difference in that the fact that there is no such thing as a German before 1880. Before that, it's all Germanic peoples, yes, but they are Prussians, Austrians, Hungarians, and all those other flavors of the fucking rainbow. Germany is not a thing. Germany is a myth. It's like, that's like saying, like, oh, I'm descended from Americans. Unless you're and you're talking about, like, family that lived in the Americas, like, before 1700. Like, no, you're not an American, you're a fucking Cherokee, you're a Seneca, you're a Hopi, you're whatever fucking nation they were. You know? Okay, where the fuck am I going? Okay, I gotta take a right, go up here, and alright. Man, I hope this car gets repaired when I get to the next cutscene. Having a rough day, this car. I mean, we are playing a historical game, and me and Matt are both history buffs, so I mean, that's understandable.
Now, boys,
Germany isn't even real.
I'll be holding a
1871, it's a 9-year difference, I rounded.
I have two of my finest.
I rounded, okay?
Fresh from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex.
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for that
You don't
matter.
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators.
And also, a very great track record for arresting minorities, so please calm the fuck down. We'll find a Latino or a black or a Asian, and we'll lock him up forever. You'll never see him again.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get.
Fuck off, you pricks.
We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
The Holy Roman Empire doesn't count as Germany.
Another woman sacrificed.
The Holy Roman Empire doesn't count as Germany. It doesn't. Like, it's... Like, Germany was invented by Otto von Bismarck, and within 30 years, they fucking ruined it by causing a world war. And then fucking... Sorry, not 30 years later, 40 years later. Sorry.
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Wait, what clue? There's Deirdre Muller.
Hey, can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
Alright. Whip out your cell phone. Oh, hey, a little $5 bill.
Robbery. Why not take the money?
Okay, Phelps, just put it in your pocket. Oh, you bastard. Alright. Tell me when I get there. Okay, well, let's just... Damn it, I want to get this thing. Okay, I guess that's not a true clue. More shoe prints.
The stomping angle in the Henry case. Was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want.
Okay, so why would you give out the details so much? Why would you give out so many details? Jesus. Anything in the bushes? Ba 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 ba. Oh, hey, cool. And cigarettes?
Maybe.
No, okay. Well, yeah, but if Bismarck hadn't tried to create create Germany, it wouldn't have happened, you know? That's what I'm getting at. Like a singular unified German state just kind of added to the fire, you know? Like without Germany existing, it would have just been a basic regional conflict between Austria and Hungary. Sorry, Austria, Hungary, and Serbia. You know? Another stolen ring.
What's this mark? A cut on a finger.
Fourth finger, left hand. A wedding or engagement ring. Violently removed.
If I can use them to see it. CSI protocol doesn't exist yet. Basically, crime solving in this time period is, I don't know, fuck around, see if you find anything cool.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Well, I mean, they're wrong. Germany is the newest state. It is newer than America. Like, Germany is younger than America, which a lot of people seem to miss, and I don't understand, like, why people don't... Fuck, I went the wrong one. Don't realize that. Like, nothing against Germany. Like, Germany has done some cool stuff, too, but... I mean, like, literally within a few decades of it coming into existence, they started 2 world wars. I mean, that's shit that you just, like, I'm sorry, Germany, you're cool and all, your language is neat, but you're not getting away with that. That's going to be something That's something that's going to be held against you forever.
What I tell you. Let's grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. We can have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Similar MO.
For what? The Dahlia? I don't think so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
No, but if we open up the old case, I can solve it again and be double plus important.
Indicate that she has been stomped. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe.
Which is different because we had big shoes.
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say
we had size 11s.
I'll need to do further tests.
I think. I don't remember what the size of the shoe was.
They'd be at home, not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, he said smallish man's shoe. My feet are fucking massive. So, I mean, of course it can't be me by process of elimination. Okay. So I guess that's it, right? Just peace out and...
Hey, what's going on over there?
Interview Hugo Moeller. Okay. To the Batmobile! Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Cole Phelps! Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Nah, man. She was stomped to death by a small shoe. I can't fit in a small shoe. Oh no, you're figuring me out! Oh no! Damn! Alright, let's get to this place. I do want to play more open world crime games. Like, if you guys are... oh, hang on.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If it doesn't work out, then.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagined.
Uh-huh.
You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't... What?
Whoa, Jesus, do a fucking flip! Okay, continue.
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye goes dead.
This conversation is over.
Oh, yep, there's all the friendship going... Okay, I can't go that way. It's all the friendship just fucking destroyed. Yeah, no, okay. So if we want to talk about, like, really fucked up history, like, the Chinese have some really fucked up shit in their history. And I'm gonna be honest, it's not just them. Any nation that has existed for longer than, I'm gonna say, 1,000 years, has some really fucked up shit in hindsight. It's just a matter, it's just like a matter of, like, the change in how people perceive things. But China, like, what are they invented gunpowder by mistake while trying to create an elixir of life. Several emperors died of lead poisoning because they'd have a daily drink of liquid lead in order to try and make themselves immortal. They decided that having small feet is a desirable trait because I think several queens had very small feet. But then, as more people started being born with small feet, they decided it wasn't enough, so they started making unnaturally. Oh wait, sorry, it was mercury. Sorry, it was mercury. Sorry, my brain went to lead for some reason. But once enough people had small feet, because, you know, genetic passing down to the small feet gene, they decided, no, we need to go smaller in order to compete, so they started binding people's feet when they were like 2 years old, and preventing their foot bones from growing, giving them like tiny little fucking feet, like Powerpuff Girl feet. Like, there's so much fucked up shit in Chinese history. It's a really fascinating culture to learn about. Like I don't know nearly as much of it as I should, but what I do know is really, really fun. I haven't played Watch Dogs. I was thinking about some of the true crime games, like True Crime Streets of LA and True Crime Streets of New York. New York is... No, New York. LA especially, because I remember that game being a lot of fun when I played it. Because it had, like, branching story paths. It was really cool. Like, you could complete that game in 3 hours if you sucked. But the game could go up to, like, 10 hours if you were good.
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Yeah, that too. Like, the Chinese were fucking vicious when it come to war. And, oh, the Opium Wars, too! Oh, fucking Opium Wars. Oh, man, like, okay. Oh, wait, I should... Okay, remind me to come back to the Opium Wars. Unless they let me wander around. Okay, they're gonna let me wander around. So, the Opium Wars. Great Britain had a whole bunch of opium. And we discovered that opium does not grow in China. And the Chinese really fucking love opium when they get their hands on it. So we started selling opium to the Chinese, and and by using the port that grew into the city of Hong Kong, which is why in Hong Kong everyone still speaks English. And the Chinese started realizing that, hey, having our entire population be stoned out their mind on proto-heroin is probably really, really fucking bad. So they started banning heroin. They started banning opium, and the British were like, hey, no, like, we are spending so much money on tea. Like, I'm not kidding, like, something like 70% of every British household's expenses went into tea. And that is probably still somewhat close to the truth nowadays. So the only way to keep that viable, to buy that much tea from India, is to start selling heroin in China. And China started cracking down on it, so Britain was like, no, fuck this, we're gonna keep selling heroin. And the Chinese started blockading and destroying British ships. So the British sent in the Navy and started fucking them up and started a war. And there was so much fucking... Oh man, like there's multiple stories like this, but this one sticks out in my mind. There was this fort built on the shores, of the shores that were closest to Hong Kong. Why did the British like tea so much? Same way the Chinese like opium. Same reason the Chinese like opium, we can't have it. Like, tea does not grow naturally in Britain, at least not at the time, it does now. It only grew in India, and shipping it from India to Britain was really expensive. So we had to start selling heroin, which we could grow very, very close to home, and sell elsewhere. But there was this fort that was really, really close to the shore of Hong Kong that was preventing Hong Kong ships carrying opium from reaching the Chinese mainland. So the British assaulted it, and when they rolled up, no one fired on them. No one fired on them. So they're like, okay, what the fuck is happening? So they approached the gate, and they pushed on the gate doors. The gate doors open, and they find all of the Chinese soldiers and all the generals asleep with opium pipes because they had smoked so much opium preparing to stop the British ships from bringing in opium that they passed out and overdosed. It's fucking amazing. Like, Chinese history is fucking amazing, dude. And hey, dude, like, if you have a very fucking popular export crop that the normal Chinese people really want, but it's only the government saying, no, you can't send this, and you need it to prop up your tea-based economy, no, you're gonna start a war for it. You're gonna start a war for it. Especially when you know that once you get the rights to do it, the populace isn't going to argue back. I got a carrot.
Doesn't give me anything to go on.
Yeah, it's like some sort of poppy seed. Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is. All I know is it gets refined down into heroin, at some point. Oh, hey, violin. Can't do anything with this, can I? No.
think this is any use to us.
But yeah, fucking, like, Chinese history is fucking, is fucking hilarious. It's amazing. Size 8s. That would work.
Size 8.
Tiny feets. Oh, wait. Let's make sure the other one's the same size. Yep, size 8. And this is our missing ring.
No sign of a wedding ring.
Yeah, that would do it. Now, dude, I just love history, okay? Like I don't get to talk about history. I don't get to talk about history nearly enough, alright? Like, straight up, like, if I were to talk about this sort of shit, like, in my actual history class, I would get branded a racist and told to leave the class. That has happened to me before. Just talking about history, like, gets you branded a racist nowadays. It's fucking disgusting. Absolute degeneracy.
What are you...
Is this about
Oh yeah, no, that was the Japanese. Yeah, the Japanese were basically the Nazis of,
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but...
the Japanese were essentially the Nazis of Asia, and they believed that the Japanese were, like, just ethnically better version of the Asian race. And so they wanted to conquer mainland China, they wanted to conquer Korea, they wanted to conquer Vietnam. They basically wanted to take over the entire continent, and rule over it, essentially. And the rape of Nanking was the start of that, and also a little bit of the end of it. A little bit of it.
When did you last see
I did watch Yu Shenki. I didn't finish it, though. It wasn't...
I went to a dance at
The jokes kind of got samey after a while. They weren't super great.
So what did you do then?
Like, it was goofy and silly, but not something that, like, I would just, like, watch all the way through. She's lying to me. But your mother is dead. Do you think you can answer a few questions? This afternoon, I'm into a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show. I was upset. Daddy came instead. Okay. So she's looking to the side, but... I think she might be lying.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your
It happened. Okay, it happened all over.
I called and finally he answered.
Yeah. Like, the Japanese were fucking monsters, dude. Like, straight up, like, if anyone ever, like, tells you, like, that, oh no, the Nazis were the worst part of World War II, yeah, the Nazis are bad, killing, like, somewhere of, like, 8 million people, like, 6 million Jews and 2 million, like, miscellaneous, but, like, the Japanese were just as bad, and the Russians were the worst of them all. Like, there were a lot of bad hombres in World War II.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing.
There's a lot of bad dudes.
Ring, watch.
I mean, America did some fucked up shit too.
I never paid much
attention. Like for example, firebombing all of Japan, putting all Japanese Americans in internment camps. I think she's telling the truth. Guys, is she telling the truth? I'm not sure. She's staring dead, like, direct at me. I don't know, though. Oh, but she looked down to the side now. What'd I do? I don't know. I'm really bad at this. I think she's lying to me. I don't know. Please help. Truth? Like that, I thought truth too, but then looking down,
I know it's painful, Michelle.
Like, that's the same face she was making during the doubt, it's just she's using it less frequently, looking down to the side, like, mirror.
And a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, the yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. I had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
What the fuck is with this kid's face. It's so fucking weird.
Mom and Dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
Wait, why would Tanya try to get out the military? She's trying to be comfortable. Also, this bitch is lying like a motherfucker.
I think your father was violent with your mother. I think they weren't very happy, and you should tell me, young lady.
You may be the police, but you have no right to talk about my mom and
I have all the rights! Now, feel the right of my backhand! Whoobang! Whoobang! Alright, so I think this might have been a... I think this might have actually been a doubt, now I think about it.
You don't ask, you never find out.
Just sometimes you gotta shake the child, see what comes out.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
just the once.
And that's all that matters!
Never did it again.
C-Chan, do you wanna know the real reason, or the reason they say?
We always wore her golden butterfly.
Actually, I'll...
You've been very brave.
Okay, so hang on. I'll explain it. I'll explain it because there's a lot of shit going on with that.
Go to your room, young lady.
Basically, a ground invasion of Japan, which was the only other option at the time, was it would have caused the death of roughly 2 million Americans, I think was the estimate.
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
So the claim was that the Japanese emperor was a monster and was preventing his people from surrendering, and like that's what the propaganda claimed. At least what I've been told the propaganda claimed. And they needed to nuke them in order to force the emperor to see reason. The truth is, though, they just didn't want to kill 2 million American soldiers in a war they could end by dropping 2 bombs. That's really all it was. It was, we can save 2 million Americans by killing 2 million Japanese. Like, that's really what it was. And also to say, hey, we have a device that literally causes hellfire and evaporates people into shadows on the fucking walls. That's the real reason. Well, to be fair, Matty R, like, they had already shown... So, okay, so... What they don't tell you is that there was a third nuclear bomb that was used. It was detonated off the coast of Japan. It was detonated off the coast of Japan, and it was visible to the Japanese, and it just blew everything up in the water, and like they could see the mushroom cloud from the island. And the US were like, look, we have like 100 of these things. They were lying, they only had 4. We have 100 of these things, and we can reduce your entire island to glass. So you guys need to nut up and surrender, or we will reduce you to glass. Japan said, no, fuck you. Fuck you, we ain't surrendering. Meanwhile, Emperor Hirohito was shitting his pants and going, oh god, guys, we should probably surrender. Oh, and the Japanese generals then turned around and said, no, Emperor, fuck you. This ain't gonna happen. There is no way they have more than like 2 of those. And they thought like the Americans only had like maybe 1 or 2 nukes. And then Hiroshima happened. And then the generals were like, oh, this is probably a bad idea, we should probably think about this. Then Nagasaki happened, they're like, okay, oh fuck, alright, okay, alright, let's not deal with this. Because that's when they actually did believe the US claimed that they had 100 bombs. And then also the Russians are in Manchuria. Yeah, that's also a thing that happened. But it was mostly the fact that they thought the US had 100 fucking nukes.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Mueller?
Why do you ask?
Tell me, fucker!
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
You lie!
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Mueller?
Why would I lie to you at a time?
I mean, that's really all I have to say about the death of millions right now.
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet.
Yes, yes, tell us about your tiny, tiny
Always
peen.
been true in my experience.
How many dicks you been looking at, Ruster?
Stayed in
Jesus.
while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I think this is a lie. You here all night? Yeah, no, yeah, because the daughter said that, yeah, the dad came to pick her up. You lied to me! Why you gotta lie to me, dog?
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
Yes, I'm saying you weren't. Your daughter says that you a piece of shit.
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Biggest American mistake was they let Germany stay unified after World War One. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. But then we wouldn't have anime, and I wouldn't have things to react to.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30.
To be fair, the revisionists are also there in Germany too. They're just not as much, and they're also doing things differently. Hang on, let me look at that one more time. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was at a dance. They called me to let her know Deidre didn't turn up. I think you're lying or something.
And you didn't report that she was missing till this morning? That's very unusual, Mr. Mueller. Not to mention suspicious.
Well, yeah, Germany it's illegal to be one, but there's still a lot of like lying about the history of what led up to it.
Why, you telling me something different?
Like a lot of what I've heard is people saying like, "Oh no, everyone hated Hitler. We just let him be chancellor and rule because we didn't have any control over it." Bullshit. He was elected. If you all hated him, he wouldn't have been elected. You bought his bullshit, and that's how he got elected. Like the majority of the country did, at least. You know, it's like it's a democracy. That shit doesn't happen. That's what I've heard. Like, maybe it depends on the German, but like I've got some German American friends, like immigrants from Germany to America, and they said that they've always claimed that they were always taught that people hated Hitler, and him becoming chancellor was something that was basically riggy-diggied. Why are you telling me something different? I don't think this is a... that's funny.
It's like I made a mistake.
Well, I mean, if they were born in Germany and moved over here at like age 10, does that count?
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars? Nightclubs?
No.
Well, they stop being Germans the second they leave German airspace? Is that what you're saying?
Now is not the time for you to be pushing me.
I'll push you all I want, you plaid-wearing motherfucker.
We argued about who would pick up.
Alright, fair enough.
I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
Did you punch your wife in the jaw?
Strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, god damn it.
Why you always lying? Why the fuck you lying?
Lit on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter...
Dual scissors are impossible without German. Okay, then, fair enough.
You don't know anything about me.
Your daughter said you punched your wife in the face. Why is that? Oh, hey, the butterfly brooch.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard.
You're gonna need a lot more gold to pay this one off.
Jewelry, her hair, it drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheat.
Hitler was elected because people were scared of communists.
Getting hostile with us is a very...
I'll go into it a little bit more. I'll get into it a little bit more in a second. Hold up. Hey! 5 new vehicles!
I didn't kill my wife!
You super did, though.
So I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
To be fair, the scapegoat was actually a legit one. Once this cutscene's done, I'll say it. Hold up.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
1, we need to break his alibi. Check phone records, canvass the neighbors. 2, we have motive of domestic violence.
So,
probably goes for half the
Weimar Germany was a
3,
thing.
we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
And Antifa was a thing.
Hello, detective.
Okay. So... Okay, but, Matt, the main reason he also got so much support was he was vocally opposed to communism. And people were terrified of communism at the time. In something called Weimar Germany, there were the Anti-Fascist Action, which were against the NDSAP, which was a relatively small party at the time, and they were all radical communists. They thought that the Soviet Union was the best fucking thing ever, and that everyone should be socialist, everyone should be communist, and through force if necessary, which is very much similar to. Which is very similar to the Antifa we have nowadays. They would start fires, they would kill people, they would riot, and the NDSAP, under Hitler, had the German brown shirts. And the German brown shirts rose up against the communists and started beating the shit out of them and fucking killed them. And Hitler was like, hey, see these communists over here? Everyone that's not NDSAP supports the communists. You don't want to support the communists burning down your businesses, do you?
Yes, ma'am.
If they're not a communist, they're a Juden.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yeah, so that kind of scared everyone into voting for Hitler, but they still made the decision to vote for Hitler.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No. Not
That's also true. That's also true, C-Chan. Because they were running out of money. Germany isn't that rich of a country.
Now let's get this bum downtown and
Germany isn't that rich of a country.
Look,
Never has been. Batman!
Step away from the incinerator.
Stop burning shit, you cunt!
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
Oh, god damn it, I was gonna shoot him a little bit. Come on, get him, get him, get him! Yeah, get him! Hitler did cause a lot of inflation, though. Specifically, like, not so much early in the war. Early in the war, the economy actually boomed under him, and did very, very well. But as the war ran on, Germany started running out of money, and instead of doing the smart thing, and instead of murdering the Jews and murdering the Gypsies and the blacks, using them as slave labor to subsidize costs, because hey, you don't have to pay slaves, you barely have to feed them. He instead started executing them, which costs more money, because hey, Zyklon B isn't cheap, which then further increased the costs, and basically Germany was bankrupt, so he started just printing more banknotes. Which is the same thing that the fucking Kaiser did. So yeah, Germany did have an economic boost, but as the war ran on, he kind of ran the economy into the ground because he was an idiot and didn't know how to do wartime spending.
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Well, yeah, but hair, shoes, and golden teeth don't last that long when you're fucking spending all your money on your gas bill.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home and...
Alright, off to the orphanage with you!
You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncles?
Invading Russia is expensive too. Especially when you don't fucking winterize your tanks.
We're gonna get someone down here.
And then you lose those tanks because they fucking freeze. The biggest German problem was gas. Yeah, you can say that again! I know what you meant. I know you meant gasoline, but I choose to believe the other kind of gas.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Phelps, badge 1247.
Did we get Ray Pinker and the technical services team to a house at 130 North Bonnie Bray Street? Send someone down from Juvenile Hall to look after a young lady.
Oh, okay, so there was nothing in that phone. Okay. Fair enough. Why was that phone lit up, then?
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has report waiting. Police morgue downtown when he's available.
Alright, then, let's go downtown.
Got it, KGPL.
Oh, wait, no. Don't want to go here. I need a location for the school. Why did they fucking not... Fine, let's go see the morgue. I mean, isn't that kind of just, like, the fucking thing for the Germans? They had all these great ideas for technology, but, like, by the time they came up with them, they didn't have any fucking money left to build them. So they either didn't get made, or they got fucking Chinese bootleg versions that fell apart the first second they fucking hit the road. I mean, that's just kind of how shit worked for them, isn't it? God, I fucking love history, dude. The thing that makes me sad is that we're eventually gonna run out of it. History is a limited resource. Enjoy it while you can. So eventually you'll learn enough of it that we'll just run out of it. Like, as soon as the second we learn everything there is up until like the first fucking fish man stepped out of the fucking ocean and started trying to fuck the hero of time, that's when history stops and we run out of it. It's a limited resource. Yeah, but here's the thing though, if you live during the history, it's not history, it's the news. And you don't actually know the and you don't actually know the repercussions of it. You know what happened, but you don't know the repercussions of what happened, you know? It's like, that's the main fun thing of history. It's looking at what happened, and then looking forward and seeing what that event caused. So, like if a new history gets made, then you've got to wait like 20, 30, maybe even 100 years before you see what that changed. Damn it! Hang on, this is that sick jump again. I gotta do that, I gotta do it. I gotta do this sick jump in the Batmobile. Batman! Batman! Perfect. Nailed it. Exactly, like all news is fake news now, didn't you hear?
Why is the word abbreviation so long?
Alright, let's see if we can get a location on that fucking school. Where's the phone?
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, 1247.
Because he was expelled.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on a Belmont high school.
Checking for
He was a troubled kid. Like, he caused so much shit and brought so much shit that you shouldn't have done to school that he was actually banned from having a backpack. Like, could you imagine doing so much shit that you were banned from having a backpack in school because you might be bringing a gun? And then they expelled him, and then he came in and shot the place up, wearing his old uniform.
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please.
Why would he be a white supremacist? He was Latino.
Take a look at the samples on the bench.
Mad, he was Latino. His last name was like Mendez or something. I highly doubt he was a white supremacist. It's not this one. Are you sure?
What are the normal uses?
Are you sure?
On both.
I think you might be trolling and doing some fake news of your own now, because he...
Although Ray says that there's some...
I'm gonna have to look it up. I'm gonna have to look that shit up. Because, like, that shit hasn't hit the news here, and I'm, like, right next to it.
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my experience, sailors seem to have the greater libido.
Was Mrs. Muller criminally attacked?
No external or internal traces of semen.
Thanks, Mal. Anything else comes up, you let us know.
Hang on. You know what? Let's fucking do some fucking... what is it? Is it Parkland, Florida... Shooter. Nicholas Cruz. On social media, Nicholas Cruz did not appear to be a peaceful man. He made quite clear his desire to perpetrate one of the exact type of violence he now stands accused. For he allegedly committed one of the mass wars. He flashed school and he hurled slurs at blacks and Muslims, according to the Anti-Defamation League, who I don't trust anyway, because I think Pepe the Frog's a fucking hate symbol. Had ties to white supremacists. He said he would shoot people in the AR-15, signaling out police and anti-fascist protesters. His perfect vengeance 5 months ago. His aspiration was to become a professional school shooter. In the morning of the massacre. See, he doesn't look white to me. He looks like a fucking gremlin. In the morning, manager family took 90-year in term. Didn't know anything too strange about your manager. Okay, so he was adopted. Huh. Interesting. Okay. So, was he a white supremacist, or was he just a fucking, But was he actually a white supremacist, or did he just not like, the fucking, the alt-left? Like, that's the difference. Like, you could, like, they call anyone a fucking white supremacist nowadays. That's my problem with that. You know?
I've got to nail this guy.
So what am I doing here? Am I using the phone?
Sounds like the broad got messed up between the house and the school. We've been to the house. It's time to try the school.
Yeah, back to the case. We'll solve that one later.
Operator, message
like, but here's the thing. Like, nowadays, like, the news, especially CNN... Oh, check next to the rope. No leaving. Okay. Alright, I won't leave. Don't worry. Like, part of the issue is that, like, nowadays, they call, like, the news calls anyone a fucking white supremacist. Like, fucking... It's so... it's so annoying, because you don't know who's a white supremacist anymore. Like, people call, that Canadian professor, Jordan Peterson, a white supremacist, and he's a Jew. I'm pretty sure. You know? It's like they're calling, like, Jewish people white supremacists now, which doesn't make any fucking sense. So that's why whenever I hear the word white supremacist on a fucking... Oh, here's the cast of the shoes.
The shoe prints? Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8?
You know, like, anytime I hear... Oh, fuck.
Okay, if you're finished jawing, we need to get moving.
Okay, so that was the very easily missable clue. Alright. Alright, and thank you, Kubi. Thank you, Kubi. Because normally if white supremacists do something, they normally are very loud about it. So if they come out and say, yeah, no, this wasn't one of our guys, then yeah, I'm inclined to believe them. Just because normally if they're like, oh man, that guy wanted to kill all the people who aren't white, they'd be like, well, yeah, I mean, I think that kid's got a good head on his fucking shoulders, you know? It's like how whenever someone does something in the name of ISIS, ISIS is normally like, yeah, that was us. That was us, yes, that was us. We killed all the infidels.
The simplest explanation is most likely the correct.
That's what makes me a little bit, because they call everyone a fucking white supremacist, even if there's no evidence of it. Like, you can be a racist without being a supremacist. I'm gonna say that much.
You blame the guy that's banging.
Ah, of course.
Alright, so let's stop talking about that, because that's... it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. This is the world we live in now. Like, I just want people to live their lives and not fucking kill each other, you know? Like, you can be anything you fucking want, any creed, color, religion, I don't give a fuck. Like, so long as you don't hurt anyone, I don't care. Like, you wanna fucking, like, smoke crack and do heroin? Go for it. Just don't fucking hurt anyone while you're doing it. You know, like, it's...
Reading the same ones as me?
Ugh.
Give me a break.
I thought you were usually too drunk to get through a night.
You know, if I close one eye and squint.
Like, can we just go back to... Can we just... Actually, not even go back to... It never fucking existed. Can we just start living in a world where people can just just indulge themselves without fucking hurting each other. Like, if someone wants to shout hatred against black people and everything, and, like, Muslims and all that, like, so long as they don't hurt anyone, can we just ignore them? Just ignore them and let them go about their day? Like, if someone wants to smoke crack, as long as they're not stabbing anyone with their fucking crack needle, can we let them do it?
Superficially.
Like, just fucking...
We'll take it from here. What time did you see the...
Like, we're at a point culturally where it's like fucking trying to solve these, what we see as problems, cause more problems. Like people who are doing... Like people who are doing, like, non-violent drug crimes. Like, oh, this guy was smoking a doobie.
Tell me about this man you've been having...
This guy was smoking a doobie. So, we need to arrest him for 7 million years. Oh, that guy looks sketchy as fuck!
Yes, sir, I would say so. Yes.
Jesus!
There's the son of a bitch now.
Get him!
Hey, you!
Get that pedophile! Alright, take the Batmobile, Rusty! Get him, Robin! God damn it, he runs so fast! Yeah, I mean, and honestly, natural selection is fairly simple. Like, people do what they want, and they do what their genes and what their upbringing tells them to do. If they fucking die from it and they don't pass on their genes, then hey, it worked. But then the next generation is less likely to make those bad decisions / have those bad ideas. It's very simple, but we don't let it happen. We try and save everyone's life. We try to save everyone's lives by forcing decisions on them, or fucking... Ugh, it's just really silly. Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! If those people get their hands on weaponry, fucking shoot them, because that comes into my definition of harming other people.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before, Eli?
Some.
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't stand
No, I want to stick my dick in them, yeah, huh?
And I would love to make you for that, you oaky motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like them a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets.
Jesus Christ, just... Is pedophilia illegal yet? Jesus Christ. Exactly, Brutalite, yeah.
You are in very deep trouble.
Wait, someone's just like, oh man, I want to inject heroin directly into my ballsack. Alright, go for it, as long as you don't hurt anyone with it.
Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I found that thing in the parking lot.
Rusty just fucking... Rusty was about to fucking shoot him! Jesus Christ, Cole!
I'll tell them we got a kitty raper coming in. They can roll out the red carpet.
Jesus Christ, Rusty. Just fucking Cole's just like, Rusty, no! Bad boy! Bad boy, no whiskey tonight, no treats!
Alright, search the car for physical evidence.
Alright, so we got some rope.
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here.
Watch this be like not even related to the case, it's just like another fucking person he's bound up with fucking rope. Oh, don't want that. Oh.
It's from a Chrysler. Could be important.
Dude, straight up.
The overalls are stenciled HM. Muller is a mechanic.
Fucking
What Eli does
legalize marijuana and you solve like a whole bunch of fucking problems. Like people don't go to prison for non-violent drug crimes. People are less likely to, like, the only reason it's a gateway drug. Okay, can I say something real quick? The way America treats things like marijuana is fucking stupid. Like, the whole gateway drug argument is self-fulfilling. Like, over in America, we have this thing called DARE, right? Dare to resist drugs and alcohol thing, right? Oh yeah, privatized prison system, whatever the fuck. They teach you that marijuana is just as deadly and just as lethal and just as addictive as fucking black tar heroin. Like, one puff of a doobie will kill you, right? And then they go on and say, oh, but it's a gateway drug. So if that first puff of doobie doesn't kill you, you're immediately on heroin, like, the next day. So kids over here, because weed is very easy to get, yeah, they smoke a weed, and they're like, oh, man, this doesn't hurt me at all. Oh, man. Oh, I can put this in brownies and shit. Yeah. Yeah, okay, that's good. And then they realize later on in life, wait, that DARE thing said that this shit was just as bad as black tar heroin. But weed didn't do anything wrong. Weed is fine. I'm gonna try black tar heroin. And then they start doing heroin. You know? Like, the whole, like, gateway drug thing is really stupid and self-fulfilling. It's, like, they say it's a gateway drug, and they say it's just as bad, and it's just, bleh.
Phelps, batch 1247.
I'm of the opinion that they made their choice.
I need to interrogate
Their family can try and convince them not to do it, but if they want to do it, then they do it. They made their... You can't force people to make a choice.
Thanks,
they have to make the choice. I did check the coveralls.
That looks like a beauty.
Oh yeah, and you do get less time in prison for heroin. You get less time in prison for heroin than marijuana. Think how fucked that is.
Where exactly are we going?
Call Phelps.
I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it?
He is a pedophile.
He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Mueller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
I mean, they're not covered in blood, C-chan. Oh. But yeah, like, marijuana is only illegal because they wanted to start arresting with, like, it's, okay. So, culturally, at the time marijuana was made illegal, the majority of smokers, statistically, were, black people and Latinos. Because that's a cultural thing for them at the time. Because you got Jamaica and you got Mexico, where it grows fairly easily. So, you can't arrest someone for being black, and you can't arrest someone for being Mexican. But you can do is you can arrest them for smoking pot. And seeing as statistically at the time, the majority of smokers were blacks and Latinos, make that shit illegal, you got a fresh new prison population. That's entirely what that shit was for at the time. Like, race relations in the US were fucked back then. So anyone who says that, like, racism is, like, a super massive problem nowadays, they don't even know the history of the fucking country. Like, I'm not saying it's fucking perfect at the moment, and there is still racism that exists, but, like, we're at a time where racism is the smallest problem it's ever fucking been.
Your daughter says you're a violent man. We have everything we need to send you to death row.
Get in the gas chamber, Mola!
I didn't do it.
Get in the chamber, motherfucker!
Give me that lie test.
You mean that lie test that does nothing? And the creator fucking regrets building it to this day?
Because I knew you'd never believe me.
Really?
Are you gonna tell me what I
What
want?
the- why?
To take it out of you in lumps.
Give it your best shot. I can take whatever you're throwing.
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? He was doing the shifty eye thing. What the fuck was I supposed to do to that? Truth?
You know anything about ropes, Hugo?
As much as the next man. I was a scout. I learned some more in the army.
Okay, is this a truth now? Lie?
Your wife was strangled with a braided rope, which we found in the trunk of her car. I think you bought that rope specifically to strangle her.
You can think whatever you want. But that rope has nothing to do with me.
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out.
In this time period, they go to a Nazi-style gas chamber. The gas chamber didn't become outlawed in the United States until 1960-something. Fucking, what do I do here? Truth? Lie? What? Like... doubt? Alright.
You learned to strangle with the rope in the army?
With rope.
Modern US depends.
Hands, but mainly with wire.
Mostly it's lethal injection, which is actually the most inhumane thing possible.
For argument's sake, what type of rope would you
Like,
use?
okay, so here's how the lethal injection works. First, they give you a muscle paralytic that makes you unable to move and gives you the appearance of being asleep. But you're awake. Then they inject you with a solution of chemicals that essentially burns your nervous system from the inside out and just melts your fucking brain. It is the most painful thing fucking possible, but it looks peaceful. Because they give you that paralytic that makes it look like you're sleeping when they do it. It is the most painful thing possible. Like, hanging. Hanging is more humane than this. Like, fucking firing squads are more humane. The fucking guillotine is more humane.
Why are you just sitting there?
Like bring back, hashtag bring back the
Your wife
guillotine.
was beaten with a tire iron, Hugo. An appropriate choice of tool for a mechanic.
I know nothing about any tire
iron. You sure?
You're lying, Hugo. You're gonna have to come clean on this.
We found a tire iron in the fucking car, you prick!
Your wife drove a Chevrolet, Hugo. What make of car do you drive?
Chrysler.
So here's the thing with the guillotine, so long as the blade was sharp, death was instantaneous.
Your wife came from a Chrysler.
Like, but thing is, it's not even anesthesia because it's a paralytic. It's a paralytic, and regardless, it sets your nerves on fire. Like, it's actually the most painful thing possible. With the guillotine, sharpen up the blade, pull the rope, directly through your spinal column in less than a second. You're fucking dead immediately. It's the most humane way to fucking do it. Like, for the longest period in history. Like, it's humane enough that the last guillotine execution happened in the fucking 80s. I think. I mean, it was the 80s or 90s.
We found your wife's car. Someone parked it at the school late last night. Do you have anything to say about that?
It wasn't me.
Where do you keep your work clothes?
I keep them at work in my locker.
Bullshit.
Enough
We
lies.
found it, motherfucker.
Overalls put you at the scene of the crime last night.
My overalls are in the laundry of my house.
Okay, explain the ones in the fucking, explain these then, motherfucker. God, this fucking mouse sensitivity,
Green overalls, bloodstained, with the initials HM found in the trunk of your wife's car.
They can't be mine.
Why, Hugo? Because if they were yours, they'd be in the incinerator too?
Alright, I'm gonna leave him for now. And I'm gonna go check the other guy. I mean, honestly, I've always been of the opinion that if you're gonna sentence someone to death, the second the judge says, like, but like, of course, like, you need to make sure there's zero shadow of a doubt. There's zero shadow of a doubt here. Like, it's like, no, this is 110%, 110% this guy did it, right? Where's the other guy? Right? Like, okay, 110%, like, there is no chance you didn't do it. You are guilty, and you're going to be executed, like, for this. You're going to the death row, you're gonna be killed for your crimes. And then they take him out back, they put him up against the wall, and they fucking put a bullet in their head. Bullets are cheap. That's my opinion.
Captain, we were on our way to...
I mean, that or do the guillotine thing.
Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes.
Okay, so regardless, that guy goes to prison then. That guy goes to prison regardless. Alright, well, let's talk to this guy.
Look like you've had it rough.
You see me asking for your sympathy, boy?
Footprints.
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
Okay, fair enough.
But if you could choose what size...
Fuck me!
11s.
You're down on your...
How am I gonna prove what boot he fucking wears? He's not gonna show me his fucking shoes, is he?
My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
Okay, so this guy's going to prison regardless. I don't have anything on this guy.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't misplace big yellow letters HM out front.
They give you any workwear, Eli?
Sure.
Okay, so the green coverall could have been his too. Okay, what about braided rope?
Do you ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go.
Yeah, firing squad. Firing squad's also decent enough.
I can't.
Especially because there's only one bullet. Everything else is blanks.
Time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
I mean, honestly, if you're gonna have capital punishment, if you're going to have a death penalty, like, there's really no way to do it in a way that's humane, because you're still killing someone.
That's not what you mean.
Like, in order for it to be humane, it has to be both instantaneous, it has to be painless, and it has to be performed in a way that doesn't traumatize the person doing it. So electric chairs out, lethal injections out. I mean, I think the guillotine would probably fuck up an executioner enough, but if you had an automatic guillotine, I mean, there'd be no reason. I don't really have anything for him.
Mrs. Muller was
Fuck
strangled
me.
with a triple braid. Give me something.
That's lethal injection. Is it euthanasia?
I like braid, but I didn't rope that woman. You're not hanging this one on me, partner.
I mean, this guy's going to jail regardless, so I mean...
You killed Mrs. Muller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
You're a liar, Eli. You needed the money, so you killed her.
I've been around some, son. You got some evidence that proves I stole that butterfly from that woman?
I really don't. And even then, we're still missing some other stuff.
Looks like I was mistaken.
It's not painless, though. It's a paralytic. Doesn't turn off your nervous system.
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need money. You've been in trouble before.
The current lethal injection is still extremely painful.
I've been in trouble for other
It triggers every single pain receptor in your brain.
I saw that car coming to the park.
Like, you still feel it. You can't move, and you can't speak, and you can't scream. But it is the most painful fucking thing ever. They did some EEGs of a prisoner during an execution.
I don't like you, Eli. I think you're an evil man.
Like they did like an EEG of a prisoner during a lethal injection, and literally his brain lit up like a Christmas tree. Like, fucking every single part of the brain that deals with pain was lit up.
By the way, Eli, the captain and the hat squad would like to talk to you next. Any idea what they might want to talk about?
I messed up? I mean, I don't want to charge him anyway, because he's going to prison regardless. I think it's the husband. I think the husband did it, and he works with the pedophile, so he gave the pedophile the brooch. He gave the pedophile the brooch in order to make it look like the pedophile did it. That's what I believe. Because that makes sense for me. Especially since this guy has the same size shoes. He has stomping boots. I don't think so.
Hugo Mueller, I'm charging you with the murder of your wife. You'll be arraigned and taken before a grand jury.
I don't care.
Rusty.
She's an orphan. She can have fun with that. Based on what I have learned about this case, I believe that man is the killer. Why else would he be incinerating evidence?
I have to say I'm disappointed.
What?
I stood in front of a troop of reporters and
what?
Promises of swift and fearful retribution, and you bring me an armful of vagary and happenstance.
He had boots with fucking bloodstains on them, and they're the right size!
Ignominious end. You two are back on the streets. Find street criminals, roust them, beat them, and restore some fervor to your police.
Fuck you!
Your next case will come when you've revived my faith in your abilities. Now get out of here!
That's fucking stupid. That's fucking dumb. And even then, I couldn't charge him anyway. The blood was rabbit's blood. Fuck that. While Hugo Mueller stares down a murder charge, Michelle Mueller contemplates life as an orphan. Fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. And the other guy's wearing size 11s. That's fucking stupid.
We
retarded.
Lieutenant! Belt, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach. Until the mission is over, there'll be no more saluting or signs of rank. I'm in charge here, Medier. Do you wish to interrogate...
And Phelps is a fucking piece of shit. Awesome.
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen?
You're wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There is no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Get this, Golden Boy actually seems to know what he's doing.
And of course he speaks Japanese. Awesome.
See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place. His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
You know why we're
He's also size 8? Fuck me, alright.
Sir. These bastards attacked.
To be fair, also these fucking facial cues are fucking impossible sometimes. It's so fucking hard at points.
They attacked the U.S. because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
No, just like, oh, I'm staring you directly in the face. I'm telling the truth. Ah, joke's on you. I was doing this minor thing with my fucking corner of my mouth that's not even properly rendered. Which means I was lying. Or, hey, I'm looking side to side like an asshole, but you have no proof I'm lying. Oh, no, it's a truth. It's fucking bullshit. It's fucking bullshit.
My real name. You can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Like, why does some of these, like, interrogations, like, the facial cues are impossible to fucking read? Like, unless you...
Trying to hint that he thinks the Mendez case is hopeless.
Well, young Phelps, you win some and you lose some.
Like, fucking... If they're going to make an entire thing around that... If they're going to make an entire fucking game around that... Like, that concession... Then make it so you don't need to have already played the game to know what to fucking pick. It's so dumb. So frustrating. But hey, we got a new case and we got 5 new cars to grab. Exactly, Brutalite. Fucking exactly. Like, some of these cases, like, it's really good. Like, you can, like, look at it and be like, oh, okay, this is a lie. This is a doubt. This is a truth. Like, it's very easy to tell what's what. And then sometimes it's like, no, fuck you. New car. Alright, let's go get a new car and let's head to that location. Let's see what's up, and then I guess we'll roll it out. We'll roll it out and end the stream.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky, Joe. Most guys would kill to land a case so close to their desk.
Yeah. It means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they need it.
You know, that ain't a bad idea. That is not a bad idea at all.
I mean, if they ever make an LA Noire 2, which they probably won't do, because I don't think this game sold all that well, I think that they definitely should not... Okay, so the main conceit with this game, that is an issue, as far as I'm concerned, is that everything is based around facial movements, but as a result, there's no body movement, right? Like, in GTA 5, for example... Oh, okay, it bankrupted the studio, right, so we're never gonna get another one. Jesus Christ. Like in GTA 5, for example, they did a full body recording, right? So if someone was talking, like, every single movement is pre-recorded and you know, like, it's there, right? There's little subtleties in it that are very, very easy to see, and it's like, oh, hey, that guy's upset. Ooh, look at this thing. Neat. Oh, the doors are backwards, yes! But this game, the way they recorded the faces, so, I actually saw a behind-the-scenes kind of thing for this. There's, they sit down the actors in a pure white room, they draw little gray dots on their faces. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Yeah, and then they have to sit directly still and just speak like this. Like, over-exaggerating their facial movements and not moving their head at all, which makes it very, very uncanny and means that minor face movements have to be put into really stark relief, but it doesn't hit all the time. If they were doing, like, pure motion capture, yeah, you could have someone, like, sitting in a chair, they'd be doing like this, and, like, they're lying, they could be, like, you know, like, itching their face, or, like, doing something that's a lot more obvious and easy to see, you know? Like, just... so annoying, because this game could have been so much better. All it needed was, like, another 2-3 years for technology to actually be where they needed, and because it bankrupted the studio, apparently, we're never gonna get another one. So I guess, and I don't think Rockstar is ever gonna go back to this time period either, because it doesn't fit with, like, they either are for it seems like they're either for like no cars or modern cars. That seems to be where Rockstar draws the line. Like, even in Red Dead Retribution. Holy fuck! The Atari car is still there. Oh, but we chose this one. Like, even in Red Dead Retribution, there's a car in it, but you can't drive it. You're not allowed to drive the car because it's an old car, and Rockstar doesn't like old cars. This game wasn't made by Rockstar. It was made by It was made by a company that they published. You know, it's like. So it makes me really think that Rockstar's never gonna touch this time period again, which is unfortunate. I don't know, but anyway, I'm gonna drive over there, and we're gonna end the stream. We're gonna see what's up. So we're there when we get there. We got this shiny new car. Well, yeah, but it's also a video game, C-Chan. It's also a video game. Like, with a video game, if you're doing a mechanic like that, it has to be very cut and dry and very unambiguous. Like, in a video game, if someone is lying to you, they have to be going like, oh, I don't know, I was on the corner of 5th and 6th, and there was a big gremlin monster, and it ate my lunch money, and then it called me a racial slur, But meanwhile, if they're telling the truth, they'd be looking directly at you and be like, well, yeah, see, I was on the corner of 5th and 6th, and a guy came out and said, hey, you goddamn insert racial slur. I can't believe you've done this. You know, it'd be very, very flat and straight and very, you know, natural sounding. But then a lie would be just like, whoa.
I'll take you through.
You know? Like, that's what I'm talking about. That's video games. And oh boy, got another dead body! Hooray! We're not gonna get to that yet, though. And the evidence system also needs to work, yeah. Oh, fuck, I can't believe you've done this.
We thought we'd best wait for you.
Yeah, looks like there's some stuff going on. Anyway, everybody, with that, I'm gonna end the stream here. So, thank you all for watching. Those of you that have been with me live the whole way, and those of you who are watching on YouTube. Feel free to come back next week, Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time till 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we'll be doing more old-timey crimies with a limey. And if you want to help me keep the lights on and improve the whole lighting situation, you can always donate on Patreon, subscribe on Twitch, or drop bits in the cup, or help me on TAD, which is linked in the YouTube description. Oh, remember to like, comment, favorite, subscribe, and let me know what you thought down in the comments as well, and share on social media. And I will see you in the next video. But most importantly of all, become a trash mammal today, and I will see you a round.